Wasn't going to do a video tonight. I did a live stream, a long live stream earlier today, but kind of like an emergency video. I wanted to put out there an update to a video I did the other day, what Trump just said. Really, I think it's signaling one of the most massive bull markets for crypto. And I'm going to try and contain my bullishness, but I just know there are a ton of you out there, the silent majority that are watching this crypto story play out. You're watching the macro story play out. You're taking every piece of data and you're applying it to what is happening right now. And I just know so many of you are seeing what I am seeing. So I want to cover what Trump just said in this video. I want to apply it to the charts. I want to apply it to all of the data that we've been tracking. Hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in, and let's just jump into the video. I don't know if you saw my video the other day. I'm not going to show a clip, but in the title, I put the most bullish chart you've never seen. Altcoins will fly. And it was basically the US dollar chart is what we were covering, specifically evaluating what Trump said in January 2017, days before his inauguration. He said the dollar was too strong. And in the video the other day, I was very simply going to the US dollar chart and I was just posing the question. What happens? Because here's what happened after he said the dollar's too strong. The beginning of his term, US dollar fell, risk on assets like Bitcoin flew, got a crazy bull market. What happens if that repeats? That was the question. And right now, I think far too many people are distracted by just short-term moves. Right now, so much bearishness because this big red candle. We might even go lower. I'm going to explain on the charts why I don't think that matters in this video. But here's where we are. An update now to kind of where Trump's mind is at. Because in my video the other day, I was basically like, I don't have a ton of context into anything he's recently said in relation to the US dollar or kind of what his thoughts are. And here's the update. Trump, interest rates far too high. Let's take a look at this clip.
Make it more difficult. Inflation is continuing to rage and interest rates are far too high. And I've been disappointed.
This is so meaningful. This is incredibly meaningful, and this is an update into the mindset of Trump. Even this post, I love it. We are going higher. And why is that? Julian, or CFA over here on X, put it very simply. The last time Trump said something was too high, it was $1 back in January 2017, just days before his inauguration. Our companies can't compete with them now because our currency is too strong, and it's killing us. What happens next? The dollar began a significant decline, setting the stage for one of the most pivotal macro moves we've seen in years, triggering a melt-up in risk assets. Deja vu? I think so. And I just want to say, Julian, I think so too. I really do. A melt-up in risk assets, if the US dollar now repeats what happened last time, Trump had this very similar mindset. If the US dollar starts falling, and by the way, this is a weekly chart, maybe in the weeks ahead we go a little higher. I'm not saying right now it's going to start tanking, but if this happens on this zoomed out chart and the US dollar starts falling, I don't think people realize how bullish we are right now. And in just a moment, I'm going to explain why right now, way more bullish than even back here when Trump signaled something very similar. I was on X and I was reading about all this, interest rates far too high. Grok kind of recommended this question: what specific policies does Trump propose to lower interest rates? And it gives the answer, right? Suggesting a policy shift towards lower interest rates. But I went a step further. I said, what has been his most recent take on the US dollar? Just curious if he said anything recently about the dollar. And it actually just referred to what just happened today, January 7th. Trump stated interest rates are far too high, which implies a desire for lower interest rates, which could in turn influence the value of the US dollar. As you know, everybody, lowering interest rates typically leads to a weaker dollar as it reduces the return on dollar-denominated assets, making them less attractive to foreign investors. And when that happens, risk on assets become more attractive to investors. That's why this could be very bullish for Bitcoin on the Bitcoin charts. But here's the thing. Now that we're getting this insight, and this was from January 2nd, US dollar riding high, Trump could put an end to all that. This was from April. Trump blames Biden for strong dollar. This Trump-Vance administration could herald new era for dollar. All of this is happening. similar mindset for Trump, but we have a different Trump entering office right now. And this makes it so much more bullish. Let me explain. Let me show you. Check this out.
We're approaching the dawn of America's golden age. It's going to be a golden age for America. We have things that nobody else has. We have more natural resources.
Trump is going to aggressively make this happen. A golden age of America. And here's the thing. In case you forgot, just look at this.
And instead of attacking industries of the future, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin.
The story really comes together right there, everybody. Do you realize that's Trump? This is posted end of December, talking about making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin. So the story is really coming together because, yes, back here, dollar too strong, Trump signaling the dollar falling and massive bull market for risk on assets. But you know what he wasn't doing right now? He wasn't liking Bitcoin and crypto. He was not bullish. In fact, he's made bearish statements about crypto in the past. But right now we have a way different Trump. He is bullish on Bitcoin and crypto. He does get it. And he wants to make America the crypto capital of the world now, while we're getting a similar sentiment in terms of things like the US dollar. So now we have this storm of confluence of everything that I just talked about in this video, along with where we are in the cycle. Because again, even if none of this was happening, maybe Trump is neutral on crypto, there's no talk of Bitcoin, there's no Bitcoin reserve. Remember, potential for US to buy 1 million Bitcoin in play right now. This was nowhere near in play back then. ETFs were not happening back here. Governments were not setting up to race for Bitcoin like they are right now. But not only all of that, look at where we are in the cycles. The timing of all of this happening. The timing of this happening last cycle was awesome, or 2 cycles ago was awesome. Here's altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance started falling after the Bitcoin halving in yellow, that yellow line. Trump said what he said. Trump starts his term. Things go crazy, right? Then we had another bear market. Then we had the last bull market. There's the Bitcoin halving. Here's altcoin season. Things got crazy. Now we have Trump signaling things, signaling a massive crypto bull run. Bitcoin halving right at altcoin season trigger. What's in store this cycle, I think, is so powerful. It's something that I don't think any of us could have even imagined. As we were just going through this entire last bear market, bottoming out, being attacked by the SEC, seeing all the scams like Celsius and all of them just fail and FTX fail, we would have never imagined that right now this would be happening. And so, yeah, you know what? Maybe Bitcoin does a technical move back to the inverse head and shoulders neckline into the $80,000 region, maybe the upper 70s, mid 70s, wherever it goes. I can't ignore what's happening right now and the bullishness of the crypto space and how early it is right now. I know Bitcoin hit 100,000, but I've not seen any euphoria. I think this entire bear market has really scarred a lot of people, and I just think things are just getting started. So yeah, fine, let it dip. Let crypto dip. Let altcoins dip and give back some of their gains they saw in the recent months. But I just think it will all be a higher low, and crypto will begin an incredible 2025 bull market. And I really do think Trump just signaled a big piece of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe, turn notifications on. I'm going to be covering so much in relation to crypto this bull cycle. If you enjoyed the content, please consider hitting that like button. Your support really means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.